For centuries, royal weddings have promised unity, power, and elegance. But today, everything feels different. Because this isn't just another royal union, this is the moment that may redefine the future of two monarchies. They called her the Lioness of Spain, the girl born into duty and destined for a throne. But now, standing beneath the marble arches of Copenhagen's royal chapel, Princess Leonor of Asturias isn't just a princess, she's a woman stepping into history. And yet, here's the twist no one expected. This union wasn't arranged, it wasn't political, it was love. Real, undeniable love that's challenging everything royal tradition ever stood for. You're watching the live wedding ceremony of Princess Leonor of Spain and the Austrian-born heir who stole Europe's heart, and as the world watches, questions ripple through every palace and parliament. Has love just rewritten the royal rulebook? The music swells gently, crowd murmurs fade in. The white carriage arrives, drawn by 6 horses dressed in Spanish crimson. The Danish guards snap to attention as the doors open. Leonor steps out, radiant, wearing a gown whispered to be inspired by her mother Queen Letitia's wedding dress, yet distinctly her own, a symbol of independence wrapped in legacy. Her eyes rise to meet the cathedral doors, the same doors that opened decades ago for Danish kings and queens. Every step she takes is heavy with history, light with hope. Now, here's where the story deepens. This isn't just a royal ceremony. It's a convergence of two nations that once stood on opposite sides of Europe's monarchic map. The Spanish crown, steeped in centuries of tradition and restraint, meets the Danish court, famed for modernity, humility, and quiet dignity. But the real intrigue lies behind the smiles. Many in Madrid's royal circles questioned this union. Leonor's mother, Queen Letizia, known for her fierce independence and modern ideals, faced intense debate from Spain's political elite. Was it wise for a future Spanish queen to marry beyond Iberian borders? And yet, despite whispers of opposition, Leonor stood firm. She once said in a private interview, "A queen must protect her people, but a woman must protect her heart first." That line alone turned global headlines. It became a rallying cry for a new generation of royals born into tradition but unwilling to be trapped by it. Now the ceremony begins. The organ echoes through marble and gold. Prince Christian of Denmark, once rumored to be Leonor's suitor, watches from the front pew. Their friendship, a bond forged in youth academies and royal events, has become one of the most watched dynamics in Europe. The camera catches a flicker of emotion on his face, pride, nostalgia, maybe something more. The Austrian groom steps forward, tall, composed, his eyes steady on Leonor. His lineage traces back to the old Habsburg line, making this union not just romantic but historically charged. Once rivals, Austria and Spain now find reconciliation in the vows of two hearts. As the officiant speaks in soft Danish and Spanish, the world sees something unprecedented, a royal wedding that bridges languages, traditions, and centuries of history. But listen closely, beneath the vows, beneath the music, lies a deeper narrative. Will Leonor's marriage redefine her role as heir? Will Spain's parliament accept an Austrian-born consort? And what of Prince Christian? Will this alliance draw Denmark closer to Spain, or quietly divide them under the surface? Every answer births another question. Every smile hides another story. As the couple exchanges rings, gold from Asturias, engraved with both nations' crests, you can sense the weight of destiny on their hands. The crowd rises. Bells toll. A new chapter begins. And yet, behind the grandeur, there's an almost human vulnerability in Leonor's expression. She glances briefly toward her father, King Felipe VI, a man who once swore he'd guide her through the storm of monarchy. Their eyes meet, and for a heartbeat, the entire cathedral feels still. He nods, proud, emotional, and perhaps relieved. For a father, this is both an ending and a beginning. For a queen-to-be, it's the first day of her reign of the heart. The procession exits the cathedral. The crowd erupts in cheers, Danish, Spanish, English, a chorus of unity. The couple rides away in the royal carriage, the streets lined with thousands waving both flags. But even as confetti falls, there's a quiet awareness that history has shifted. This is not a fairy tale, it's evolution. A future queen has chosen love without permission. And while the world celebrates, inside every royal household across Europe, advisors and monarchs alike are asking one question. If Leonor can follow her heart, what will stop the next generation of royals from rewriting every rule we've ever known? Soft orchestral fade, the camera pans to the setting sun over Copenhagen. Today, beneath the Danish sky, a princess became more than her title, she became the woman who reminded the world that crowns may be inherited, but courage must be chosen. Music fades out, end of script.